All right, hey guys, I hope everyone is doing well. This is Rudy. Hey, before I get started today, I want to share with you guys a knife that YouTuber Dangerous Dan 762 made for me. Dan, this knife feels good in the hand. I want to say thank you. I appreciate the star that you put on the back end of it for Lone Star. That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful knife. And like I said, it just feels right. And if you are interested, I recommend you visit Dangerous Dan 762's channel and ask him to make you a knife if you're interested. It's a thing of beauty, and I will treasure it for a long, long time. You know, they say they would have us believe that 19 hijackers with box cutters brought down America on September the 11th, 2001. And when I think of that, I just wonder what a few Christian patriots could do with some knives made by Dangerous Dan 762. if 19 Arabs can do all that, that's the story that they're telling us with box cutters, I wonder what a few Christian patriots could do with some beautiful knives by Dangerous Dan 762. But in any event, the topic of this video is Jacob and Esau and selling your birthright. But before I get to that, I want to tell some stories. The first story is they took PPSIMMONS' channel off the air. And of course, PPSIMMONS was one of the YouTube channels that I think he had 22 million views on all of his videos, maybe more. And he was very outspoken about Obama's ineligibility. And they took his channel down. I don't know all the details. I'm sure we'll learn more, and they won't say it's because of Obama's eligibility. But that's when I first heard that his channel got taken down. That's my first thought is, well, he was outspoken about Obama's eligibility. They had to take the channel down. Also, if I could tell a story, you know, I've made some videos in the past that weren't too flattering about Ron Paul, because Ron Paul said that he's not going to ask any questions about Obama's eligibility, and I was very, and am still very, very disappointed in Ron Paul. Now, I remember there was a woman that was on YouTube. She made a lot of good videos. I learned a lot from her, and I considered her a friend. And when I made my video that wasn't very flattering to Ron Paul, she was very upset with me. And she said, well, Rudy, you can't expect him to be aligned with your every little pet issue. And in her mind, the birth certificate and the eligibility of Obama, she deemed it, you know, my little pet issue. Okay, Obama being in the most powerful office in the entire earth, right, is not Rudy's little pet issue. It is the most grave, serious crisis that this country has ever faced in the history of this country, and that's not an understatement. And it's the analogy I would give is we're fighting a war. It's a spiritual war, but it's also a war of ideas, and everybody's trying to like figure out how to, you know, put America back on the right track. And there's a few of us, right? A few of us that is like, this is it. We just need to hit here. You don't have to fight all these other things, right? Just hit right here, and the whole thing will come crumbling down. We can start to, you know, we can start to fix our political system, our media, our government, our financial system, our health system, our healthcare system, our Hollywood system. It's like we just got to do this, you know. It's like we got all these different battles going on, and you know, fighting on this front and fighting on this front, and we're gonna fight abortion, which is an incredibly important fight. We're gonna fight this, and all the time we're engaged in all these different fights, and they're you know, Obama's putting new abortion-friendly people onto the Supreme Court. He's doing this to our healthcare system. He's leading our military in this terrible direction. And it's like there's a few of us just say, if we would just hit this spot right here, this spot, just hit it real hard right there, the whole thing comes tumbling down, and nobody will listen to us. You know, people will say, that's just your little pet issue. Well, Obama's eligibility is not Rudy's little pet issue. It's the key. It's the Achilles heel of the whole system. That's why they're taking PPSIMMONS down. Listen, I truly believe that with all my heart. And I have made some videos that weren't very flattering to Ron Paul. And I truly believe that if Ron Paul would come out and like say, I have listened to the evidence put forth by Sheriff Arpaio, I have made phone calls to Pastor James David Manning. I have talked to Carl Gallups with the PP channel. I have talked to Terry Lakin, who's a fellow physician in the U.S. military and the Army. I have talked to these people, and I have seen the light. I have seen the light, and I want to put forth the topic of Obama's eligibility. If Ron Paul would do that, this whole system that everybody wants to fight and thinks that, pow, just like overnight, just like that, we could start the process of fixing this country and putting righteous people back into positions of leadership. Now, the title of this video is Jacob and Esau and America Selling Her Birthright. And do you guys know the story of Jacob and Esau? So, Isaac had two sons, right? The first son was Esau, and the second son was Jacob. And the birthright was going to go to Esau, who was a skilled hunter, right? But Rebekah wanted the birthright to go to Jacob, right? And so Esau was out hunting one day, and he got very, very hungry, right? And Jacob was cooking up some stew. And Jacob was kind of smart, and he said, "Hey, Esau, if you'll give me your birthright, I'll give you this bowl of stew." And so Esau, I'm going to sneeze here, hold on. Excuse me. Sometimes I sneeze more than once. Okay, sorry about that. I think that's the first time I've ever sneezed on camera. I wonder what the significance of that is. Anyway, all right. So Esau sold his birthright for a bowl of stew. And then they tricked Isaac later by putting like fur on Jacob's arms and things like that. But the moral of the story is when I read it, is that America is like Esau. America, we have a certain birthright, right? We have a certain birthright and we have certain rights, and we're granted certain privileges on being American citizens. And that was unique to Americans of all colors, of all races, but we were all Americans. And we understood the value of a free society, open government, transparent government, and a small government, and what made America great. Now, we've let the rest of the world, who has been filled with corruption, influence us, and the rest of the world, we've sold out. We've sold out. What did we get for selling out? We think we got unity and political correctness. We think we got the first African-American black president, but in reality, it wasn't worth more than a bowl of beans. That's all we got was a bowl of beans. We sold our birthright for a bowl of beans, just like Esau did. And all of the heritage that our forefathers fought and died and worked, their blood, sweat, and tears, they're rolling over in their graves, that their grandchildren, all of us that call ourselves American, sold our birthright, right, for a bowl of beans, for political correctness, for a dream of unity and the so-called first African-American black president. It's a shame that we sold our birthright. And, like I said, there's battles going on all different fronts. You got, socialism, Marxism, corporatism, fascism, all of these battles. And, it's like, if you just hit this spot right there, it's called Obama's eligibility, just bang it really hard, everything melts. And that's all. If Ron Paul, he's in a perfect position to do it. But why he won't do it, your guess is as good as mine. But let me say this, I'm very disappointed that he won't. But I'm going to keep hitting it. And what little hammer I got, I'm banging on that eligibility. I'm going to bang on it and bang on it and bang on it. And I'm praying that the rest of you guys come bang on it too. If that gets attention and we can knock that one down, all the rest of them fall like dominoes. And Obama knows it. And that's why he's doing his best to protect that. That's why when Donald Trump pushed the issue forward, that's why we had this fake story about killing Osama bin Laden. He's doing his best to avoid this issue, and there's some people that ain't gonna let it go. There's some people that you're gonna have to kill them, and the Lord ain't gonna let you kill us, right? As much as you want to kill us, the Lord ain't gonna let you. So we're just gonna keep on talking, and you're gonna have to deal with it. But the truth will be made known, and justice is coming. Justice is coming, and the truth will be made known. And America, there's some of us who ain't sold our birthright. The rest of you guys who sold it for political correctness, well, that's just too bad. Because some of us Americans, we didn't sell it. And we're going to try to fix this country. And you're going to have to deal with us. And, 19 hijackers with box cutters, you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. Some of us got some real weapons. God bless every one of you. Have a great day and take care.